Wouldn't it be great if there was a surefire way to be able to get centered and start to point that boat, that ship in the direction of your life purpose? Well, there is a way to do that. Have you guys ever heard of micro portals? It's a concept that has just dropped into me recently. And let me tell you, these portals have been accessed by me over the years, but I really never knew what they were or that they even existed on a consciousness level. Well, these micro portals, if you can find them, can literally open the doorway to get you out of that dense funk you may be feeling. And it's a lot easier than you think. I'm going to show you how to do it. We've all had the experiences of heaviness and just not being able to find our center place, right? And we all go inward. We go inward, we breathe, we try to find it, we locate it within, like we're trying to find a spot that is going to release some density and allow us to align so that our energy could start flowing. However, that could be challenging. Well, within the body, we have these micro portals. What are they? They are literally, think of it as quantum tunnels. They are initiated by our activating DNA, and they open up as we bring awareness to them. So think of a tiny little singularity, so small, you don't even know it's there until you kind of stumble upon it. How do we stumble upon these little micro portals? Well, when we do our breath work, when we're feeling into our body and we feel the minuscule shifts, we'll feel a little bit of movement in our frequency. We have come across a micro portal. Now, do we want to anchor into that portal? Maybe, maybe not. We don't even need to get the mind that involved. All we need to do is recognize and bring awareness that it's there. That is it. Now, what happens is these portals are little aspects of us, little doorways to a greater expanded reality, a reality or a timeline that is more in alignment with your life purpose. In fact, if you could activate many of these micro portals, you will end up manifesting your dream life, your life purpose. You will find yourself in service to others. You will be moving crazy amounts of high frequency light through you, and you will have such a huge impact on this planet, the collective, and this ascension process. And it all has to do with these micro portals. We are held together by consciousness. Our physical body is grounded and anchored here by consciousness. The planet, all the material stuff we see, it is all consciousness that is anchored. I did a video on this, consciousness and gravity, a concept that dropped in a few years ago. I'm going to list that above if you guys want to check that out. But the more awareness we bring in, the more we collapse the quantum wave, and reality seems to appear more real. That's what's really happening right now. We are starting to get into the makeup of that process, and we're starting to actually reverse it. We're bringing consciousness in, it's flowing through us, and it's coming out, and it is effectively changing the reality that we are experiencing. Except instead of moving into a lower dimension, we are moving into a higher dimension. So think about this. Consciousness came in here, we came in here, and we splatted. We were born splatted. We had amnesia. Our energy was all fragmented. That's what happened. The wave was collapsed. Let's think of it that way. Okay. We came in and we found ourselves as this solid being of matter, this physical vessel we were in, feeling that we were separated from everything else. Now, the physical vessel is really the channel for our divine energy. So we come in here, we splat, we have amnesia, we forget who we are, and then something shifts and we start to awaken to who we are, and we start to allow that divine energy to flow through us and to flow out us, creates that beautiful toric field, changes the lens that we experience reality through. Now we start to mirror out a reality that is of a higher frequency, right? That's because we have had an anchor point established into this reality through consciousness, collapse the wave, we have a physicalness, and then we're able to move our consciousness through that vessel and change its frequency and rise that frequency, like raise it as it moves through our channel, and then it outflows into a higher frequency reality. So it's an incredible, incredible concept. Physics has tried to start to figure all that out. Ain't going to happen, guys. This is stuff that's beyond science. So let's accept that fact. Not everything's going to be explained by science. It's only going to be explained through the lens of a 3D reality. Okay, we're talking 4D, 5D, 6, 7D concepts here. So consciousness lands and it comes out. Now, as that consciousness lands and moves through our body, it moves through these micro portals. And what happens is these micro portals start to connect up on a quantum level in the quantum field. And it literally pulls in a reality that has been envisioned by your higher self. It's a reality that's been created by you, just hasn't been recognized yet. Okay, so as this energy moves through us and we start to feel these subtle shifts. Now, if you guys meditate, you're going to move your awareness up and down your body, through your body, and you're going to start to feel these subtle shifts. You may even want to start in the heart chakra. That was where I had the first experience with mine. Talked about that in a video too. There was a portal there. I'm talking today about micro portals that are very, very, very tiny. But if you could start in and get into that and start perceiving your multidimensionalness through that, then you bring that through the rest of your body, you'll start to perceive these little itty bitty shifts. Those are those micro portals. So as we bring awareness to these micro portals, they send energy out. Okay. Our consciousness actually flows through these quantum tunnels out into a reality that exists beyond our perception. And that reality is a version of you that is essentially your soul blueprint, the version of you that was supposed to land here and the version of you that you were supposed to become. Okay. Is this making sense? So think of it like we're poking holes in all of this density within our body. And as we do that, because we're doing it with awareness, that awareness literally shoots through like a wormhole through these quantum tunnels. We're poking a hole in them. We're shooting our consciousness through it. And in the quantum field, they're connecting up like a web. Okay, so it's coming out of you like a web. And that anchors a higher timeline, a higher version of you. And it starts to pull in. It starts to manifest in your toric field, your toroidal field, okay, of energy around you. And your reality literally begins to change. So how can we really take advantage of this? Well, what we want to do, again, is we got to sit in silence, guys, with this. We have to sit in silence. You have to slow your mind down, use your breath work to get in and slow your mind down and start to feel the spaciousness within your body. When you could do that and breathe, create space and feel the subtleties of the emotions, what's going to happen is these little micro portals that were locked up in your DNA are going to start to open up. They're going to start to flicker open. Think of it like a little flash of light. In fact, if you're looking around and you're seeing flashes of light like that, that's these micro portals. Have you guys ever looked in the sky and seen a flash of light? These micro portals are responding to your energy. You are literally sending energy through them, and it's manifesting as a flash out in your reality. Okay, so you're seeing sparkles, things like that. These are your micro portals. Get into the body, breathe into these, bring focus and awareness into it. Okay, out here is the reflection. We don't want to so much focus out there on what we're experiencing. We want to get it in here and get to the source of it. Because as we do that, we're going to start to have more of that stuff appear in reality, going inward to find these portals. We don't have to rack our brain in finding them. There's no real procedure in how to find them other than to allow the space, hold the space, bring the awareness into the body, and feel the subtleties of the emotions there. And you're going to start to shift. You're going to start to feel high frequency, certain areas. Maybe you're going to breathe into your heart and you're going to have a slight shift and you're going to be guided somewhere else, maybe into the solar plexus. You're going to have a slight shift. Maybe you're going to have tingling in your arms. Okay, so you're going to bring awareness to that and you're going to follow that. We are sending shafts of consciousness through these microportals into the quantum field. Think of it again as a web. It's attaching to that timeline and it is anchoring that timeline. Okay, we want to make these these etheric timelines real. Okay, so how do we do that? Like I said, how did we create this physical body? Collapse the quantum wave, gravity, consciousness, awareness came into this field, this electromagnetic field, and matter formed. That's how our physical body came. We're doing the same thing with these, we're using these microportals to extend these fingers, these little tunnels out into the quantum field, bringing awareness through them and pulling them in. And it all starts with bringing it inside. So I know you guys have all been doing breath work, meditating, grounding. Continue that. But I want you to have on your mind, we're going to find these microportals. Okay. These are aspects of DNA that are ready to be activated. They're just waiting for your awareness. Get into the body, go up and down, feel it, might even feel a little bit of an energetic charge or an energetic spike. When you feel it, sit with it, allow it to expand within you. And that's the key. That sends consciousness through these quantum tunnels into the quantum field, and it brings your awareness up to a higher frequency level that has not yet manifested. It grabs onto it and it starts to pull it in. So the more we could do that and find these within the body, the more of that web that fills in. Okay, the more of it fills in, and at some point there's going to be enough consciousness entangled with this web in the quantum field that it has to manifest. It has to manifest. That quantum wave will collapse into particles, and your new reality is going to manifest. This is so amazing. This is new stuff for me, guys. If you know anybody that could benefit from this video, please feel free to share it. I would really appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. So thank you.